calling. Oh, hey, oh, you be telling about your stuff. Let's get comfy. Alright, hi guys. Today I will be talking about why I quit working full time. So a bit of background about me. I am currently 26 years old. I'm a pharmacist in Australia, and I have been a pharmacist for, I'd say, about 2-3 years now. 2 years. 2 years now. However, I have been working in the pharmacy industry since 2015. So I've been working like within a pharmacy like environment since I was probably 19. So about 7 years now that I've been working within the field. So obviously when I was a student, I was working part-time obviously in a pharmacy, and then I finished my degree, and then I was an intern, and then I was an intern for a year in 2020. And then after the intern, so how it works is you're an intern for a year, and then after that you are a full-time pharmacist. So you are like you have a general registration, so you don't need to be supervised. You're pretty much a fully fledged adult pharmacist. Okay, so continuing on, why do I look cross-eyed? I have written notes down, talking notes, because I know if I don't write anything down, I just ramble. Okay, so what I have learnt, I guess in the recent months, career-wise, and I guess like growing up, even though I am closer to 30 at this stage, I think it's really important to not need to, like, how do I say it? It's not like a necessity to start working full-time straight away after studying or after anything. Like, I feel like I put a lot of pressure on myself to go to work full-time because I wanted to have my own place. So that was my main reason. Like, I was more just like going to work to make money, not going to work because I love my job. That sounds so negative, but I think that's what I took from this experience, or like took from what I've been going through at the moment, where I think the reason I burnt out really quickly is because I did force myself to work as much as I could, as much overtime as I could, to make that money to buy my own house. Whereas it's like, if you're not in a rush to move out or anything like that, I do feel that you need to give yourself time to just figure out what you really want to do in life, and not dread going to work every day, because essentially that's where I eventually burnt out. Because when I got the house afterwards, I was like, okay, I need to pay my repayments, so I needed to go to work work full-time essentially, to make these repayments. Like, obviously I'm very grateful for my house, and I'm very grateful for my job, like having money, having a roof over my head, but I did find that I did lose my passion. Like, I wasn't excited to go to work anymore. I was just like, okay, I gotta go to work to pay my bills. That was my mindset, and I think that was really unhealthy for me, because that's not what you should be doing. Like, in a job, you should be, obviously, especially as like a healthcare worker, you need to be passionate about customers, passionate about the health of others and bettering the community and stuff like that. Like, it sounds so bad saying it out loud, but I think that's what I've learned for myself. That's why sometimes I was like, whoa, I'm not really deserving. That sounds so negative, but essentially that's where I'm coming from. And I think for me as well, yeah, like, it was just more, I went, like, rewinding like 7 years now. I think I went straight from high school into uni, like, without a break, because that's obviously coming from an Asian background, that was expected of you. And obviously at my age, you want to obviously make your parents proud and make your parents not worry. So that's obviously why I went straight into uni as soon as I finished high school. So I went straight into pharmacy school. Obviously I feel like I didn't even actually know what I wanted to do. I just went into pharmacy hoping that I'd figure out what I wanted to do. But I think I was in too deep when I realized, like, you might as well finish it. But I think if I had taken a gap year, or like worked instead for a year, or like just figured out what I wanted, I think I would have been more happy like in my earlier 20s, if that makes sense. Whereas I feel like now I do feel like I've wasted time. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think my turning point for now is quitting my full-time job has made me realize like I want to try something new. I don't know what that is yet, and that's okay, but I feel like I need to have time to just figure out what I want to do with myself. Like growing up, I was like, yep, always wanted to be like a stay-at-home mum. Obviously that is unrealistic. You have to make money somehow. But I think for me, you know, this is my turning point now. Like obviously I'm still working casual shifts here and there just to literally pay the bills. But I still have like, I'm giving myself time to figure out what I want to do or what makes me happy. Yeah, so talking about like obviously buying my house really young. So me and my partner bought our house 2 years ago now, and that was why I think I worked so hard to buy this house, to maintain this house. And obviously I'm really proud of what I've got, but also at the same time I do find that I didn't give myself enough time to even enjoy it properly. Like I would do such long days where I'd wake up straight to work, come home, have dinner, and then clock on, like what's it called, like pass out. Yeah, like I do like, I don't know, crazy shifts like 8 to 8 or like 9 to 8, 10 to 8, something crazy like that, because obviously my job was quite far away as well. So I felt like driving was like an hour up, like in traffic, an hour and a half up and back total. So I'd be driving like pretty much a lot as well. And I think that obviously by the time I'd come home, it'd be like 8:45, and then we'd have dinner together, and then literally I'd pass out because obviously I needed to go to work tomorrow. Like I think that was my like downfall, because I was so busy, you know, going to work, making money, that I didn't actually appreciate my house for a very long time. Like I just kind of, it was placed like to sleep. Like I really didn't you know, decorate it, clean it properly. Like I think I really neglected it for a very long time, only because I was just literally just so exhausted. Like I had to, all my energy was at work. Like I'd walk home in the door and I'd like crash, you know, and it's like, it was like putting pressure on like obviously my home, but then also like my relationship as well. I'd come home and be knackered, not being able to have like not a conversation, but like you know, when, how do I say it? It's not like, it's obviously just like, because we've been together for so long, it's just like a basic conversation, you know, how was your day, blah, blah, and then we watch something and fall asleep. Like I feel like I didn't even have enough energy to not keep my relationship alive, but like, how do I say it? Like we used to be very spontaneous. Like we used to, you know, go do crazy things together, or we'd go, like I'd come home from work and we used to like drink or, you know, do something fun together. Like, but now, like not now, but like back then, we'd come home tired as hell and then eat dinner, literally leave the dishes on the table. That's tomorrow's problem, like that kind of thing. And I felt like laundry wasn't done, nothing was done. So, and we were eating like whatever we could find at home as well, because I never had time to go shopping or anything like that. So I feel like I neglected all the different parts of my life as well. So like obviously my home, and then like my health and my sleep, like everything kind of just somehow tied in together, which was really bad for my mental health, because obviously eventually I crashed and but like I burnt out, and literally I was going from full-time, going to part-time, going back to full-time because we were short-staffed, and it was just a whole thing for me. Like I was questioning my career choice every few days. Like it was, and like I'd get anxious, or not anxious, but like depressed before my shifts every day. Like that's how bad it got. Like I would wake up and like the last thing I wanted to do was go to work. Like, and that's how I think you know when the job is not for you. It's like, I think I have some type of imposter syndrome where, I don't know, I was just not in the right mindset to be a pharmacist. Whereas I know a lot of people work so hard to become a pharmacist and they're good at it and they love it. Whereas that's why I felt like I was like not deserving, but like just not in the mind frame or like the mindset to be caring for patients, because like I just didn't care essentially, which sounds really bad, but I think that's how I just kind of knew. Like it just kept what's it called, it just kept like little things that would happen in the day was like a step closer to me confirming that it, like, I didn't want to do this anymore. And as obviously it's as bad as it sounds, like I didn't want to admit it for a very long time, because like it kind of felt like a failure, but not really. Like I felt like I've wasted all my life. This is all the skills I've got. Like I've wasted so many years of my life working in a pharmacy, working in this field, and now all of a sudden I wake up one day and it's like, don't want to do this anymore. And obviously this is really hard to explain to you. Obviously, like my partner's very supportive, but like my parents and everyone else around me, it's like, because I don't know what I want to do. Like I should know by now at this age what I want to do, what I want to pursue, what makes me happy and everything like that. But like I honestly don't know, and that's okay. Like I think that's what I'm coming on to say, because I don't know, I feel like there's all these pressures on us like every day for needing to know like what we want to do, needing to love what we do. But I feel like for me, for what I've been through, you don't need to know what you want to do. You don't need to make as much money as you possibly can. And I feel like that's really important for me as well, because obviously back when I was working full time, I'm like, okay, if I can make more money, I will. Like I will take on an extra shift, I will do this, I'll do this, you know, I'll cover for someone else. Like it was just money for me, which is like, I don't want to work like that anymore. And that's why I don't work full time, because it just doesn't bring me joy. Like that sounds so cliche, but I feel like I think I'm at the stage of my life where I want to do something that makes me feel like I've got a purpose in my life and makes me feel satisfied, even if it doesn't make as much money as I could potentially be making. Not saying pharmacists even make that much money in Australia, but that's where I'm headed with that. So yeah, I think essentially what I'm trying to say is that if you're stuck, look, if you have the means to do what you want, like if you're not gonna, like, what's it called, the bank's not gonna take your home away from you or anything like that. Like if you've got enough support, or if you've got, you know, enough funds, I guess, or money that you don't need to be working full time for a while, I feel like this is your sign, like to figure out, you know, not question your life, but I don't know, I don't even know where I'm going with this, but I don't know, I think it's very important from my experience. I think it's very important to be able to do something that you love, and I feel like it makes life more, it's not, how do you say, it's not like fulfillment, but it's like you just want to wake up, you know, I want to eventually wake up and be excited to go to work or to do something, or like get that kind of, not spring in my step, but kind of something in that sense, if that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know, I think this is just me documenting my life, and hopefully this is just something I can look back on maybe a couple of years down the line and be like, wow, I remember when I was, you know, so lost. And hopefully when I rewatch this that I have found something I love. I don't know, but I feel like definitely, I feel like it's so important to see what's out there. So important to just do something that you enjoy, do something that you look forward to doing, essentially. I quit my job because I don't want to wake up dreading my shift. I don't want to go to bed dreading my shift. No matter where I end up, like, I think it's obviously really important as well. Like, money, yes, is good. Like, everyone obviously needs money to survive. As bad as it sounds, money pretty much controls a lot of things in our lives. But I think it's so important to just remember that it's not how much you make that's gonna bring you happiness. Like, that's what I thought. I was in a very vicious cycle where it's like, I know I need money as long as I'm working as much as I possibly can, and as long as I can pay the bills and have extra, I'm gonna be happy. It was at the start because obviously I was able to, you know, get all these nice things, have nice things, eat nice food. But obviously if you live within your means, you don't need all that extra money. If yes, you're gonna make extra money, but then if your mental health or mental state is not in a good position, I feel like everything kind of just like, what's the snowball effect? Like it snowballs, and then eventually you literally hit a wall, and then that's where I'm at. I don't know. So I don't know where I was going with this, but you know, hopefully even just someone watching this, I don't know, follows their dream, follows their heart, quits the job that they hate, quits their 9 to 5, and then pursue something that will actually make them happy. Like, I guess this is another reason why I'm starting this channel. I don't know where this channel is gonna go. Obviously, I want to have this as like a side hustle, something creative, something different to what I'm used to in my life, in my previous life, in my life. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like life is just too short to waste time, you know, waste your life at a job that you hate because, you know, you work I don't know how much % of your life. Like if you're working 8 hours a day, that's a third of your day. And if you're working 5 days a week, I can't do the maths, but that's more than like, well, not more than 50%, but like a big chunk of your life that you're spending at work. And if you're spending it at a job that you hate, I don't think it's worth it, because at the end of the day, that's what I learned, I think, from my experience. Because when like, for example, this is like a big, how do I say it? How do I say it? But essentially, if you die, your boss can replace you within a week. Like, it's not worth killing yourself over a job for. Like, it's not worth burning yourself out or wasting all your energy at a job that you fucking hate. Oh, am I allowed to say that? At a job that you don't like. And I think that, I don't know, I think it's just so important to just do something that you like and do something that's fulfilling, because I think that's where I'm at the moment. Even though at 26, like, I obviously need to have my life together. Yeah, I just feel like, you know, I think it's time for me to actually pursue something that I enjoy. Because yeah, my whole life, obviously, I've known to just do pharmacy or like health or medicine or stuff like that. But now I think it's my like, how do I say it? My turning point, or like my light at the end of the tunnel, where I want to actually be doing something that I love. And I think you should too. So even if one person watching this takes something from this video, that's all the difference I need to be making today. So yeah, but if anyone needs to talk to me, like talk to a friend or someone to talk to, I'm your girl. But yeah, leave a comment and we can chat. But I think, I don't know, thanks if you made it to the end of this video. I hope, you know, I've made a difference today, and I don't know, I hope sharing my experience helps you guys just realize that life is short and we should be spending it doing stuff that we love, not being stuck in a 9 to 5 or 9 to 8 in my circumstance, in a job that you don't like. So lame. Yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah, oh boy, you made me feel like